Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make a little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had a 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
People might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready, then stay inside. You drown in a wave, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into what's world, you're gonna run.
You stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest, is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready, then stay inside. You drown in a wave, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one West.
Zooming got that drip, bitch.
Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. That's the Lord, why did he save me? Baby, born in the 80s, used to hide dope in my grandmother's basement. I seen that nigga brains all on the pavement. Dr. 32 with a switch and a laser. I was down bad with an 8-ball scale and a razor. I came out the struggle, I finally made it. I counted these blessings, I'm never complaining. Soldiers, they getting your orders, they corner one corner, I do what I'm told. Nothing my crown, I'ma be fly as a bitch. You know I'ma dip it in gold. They call me Batak, so that mean I'm bold. Came out the block, used to beat at the pot, then hit all the things in a hole. I chased the money, was losing my soul. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
Only the real ones call me ruler. Got 50 round steel drum in a Ruger. I say go kill one of my shooter. He say I owe you like a sooner. Hey yo, talk, tell me why they testing me. Used to get guac, weed and ecstasy. I'm out the kitchen, still with the recipe. I'm in the truth, building a legacy. I keep a couple shooters with a tech of 3. If you ain't over me, then you ain't checking me. I just hopped off the plane of Puerto Rico. Hollers and Quinte and Cinco. Homie, I leave you stressed like a limo. Pull up in any city with a rental. Free my dogs out and get them out the kennel. Enemy trying to pit me like an NO, you know.
Used to hit backs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was he coming back? All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. I was locked down on myself, asking the Lord every night when am I getting out? Why he keep sending me blessings and I keep on fucking up, still haven't figured it out. Talk up behind me, I had to lose my bust me a Yui and then made a right. 40 on me, got a body. Nigga tried rob me and ended up losing his life. I bought a ticket to Cuba, TSA locked me up when I was boarding the flight. Crackers ain't give me a bail, so I was stuck in that bitch and that shit had me tight. And I had beef with the ops, I put the mirror in the bathroom and made me a knife. I see why the murder rate high, niggas be pussy and shit and they can't really fight. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was he coming back? All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
Alright, this is Rooted Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building. Yeah. So Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rooted Speech, man. Understand, I'll break it down right quick,
Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not in China. My conglomerate wreck like King Konga. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring commas. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. That I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly to friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
First priest.
Kawam Wadabak, Ben Yahawah, Ben Yasha'Allah.
Kawam Wadabak, Ben Yahawah, Ben Yasha'Allah.
Yahawah Shem Yashar Brakatan.
Yahawah Shem Yashar Brakatan.
La Yasha'Allah.
Imagine, which means to stand. Upon our kadam, you turn to face the east. You can do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abano, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadesh, Hayah, Shemka, Yahawah, Malawaka, Taba'ah, Ratazak, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Kawat, Hayah, Bashemayim, Medalanau, Bakam, Kaf, Yuwam, Wasalakina, Kabawayina, Hasalakina, Kabawayina, Wala'ah, Tabayayina, Bonasal one, a ball, how was shining out, my yun, right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Ratapara, Abalami, Aman,
in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
Cock the pound the Hebrew, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawah Shai, Babu Kushai, Haka, Nerapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Haka, Latahar, Hamatazarine, Haka, Lahaki, Hamati, Haka, Al-Kawa, Atama'al, Garshan, Ba'ashem Yahawah,
Wadaman. In English, Yahawah. In the name of Yahawah, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahawah. Thank you, so be it.
Best Israel, the Hebrew, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawah Shai, Raklanau, Bayasharah, Wahabayah, Sapari, Ba'ashem Yahawah, Wadaman.
In English, Yahawah. In the name of Yahawah, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahawah. Thank you, so be it.
Psalm 21 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Aizari, Ma'ayin, Yahawah, Aisha, Shamayam, Waratazah, Ayathan, Namawat, Bagog, Al Yanawah, Shumar, Hanala'at, Yanawah, Wala'at, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharal, Yahawah, Shamar, Yahawah, Tazal, Al Yam, Yawamah, Hashemat, La'at, Yakai, Wayrat, Layala, Yahawah, Yashamar, Bakal Rai, Yashamar, Abnapash, Yahawah, Yashamar, Taza'at, Baba Wa'at, Ma'adat, Wa'ai, Awalum,
In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hill. Whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. Even when I suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam,
Al-Damayah,
Lekah,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dashikwat, Kayahana, Hawadika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Yarayamba, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'ai Tazawak, Al-Tazawak, Amaru, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magaya, Bala'ah, Yasakar, Sham Yasharala, Awada, Kaya, Ya'ai Tazawak, Labat, Yakad, Ayah, Yakarata, Ahoya, Adawan, Wayasamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Kabal, Wa'amalak, Palasha, Amishabi, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Hayawat, Zerawai, the Bundy, the Wat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadi, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabi, Banakal, Koyashawan, Nashamad, Bayan, Ta'ayru, Hayawat, Damad, Sayadam, Kaira, Bakasabak, Zalmanai, Call Nasi Sharp, Amaru, Nairusha, Nanawat, Alahayam, Sayadambu, Kagala, Kakwas, Lapanya, Rawaka, Ka'as, Daba'ayru, Wakalahab, Talahat, Hariyam, Khan, Daradat, Basairu, Babasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'at, Panyaham, Kalawan, Wayap, Bukwash, Shimka, Yahawah, Yabash, Wayap, Behold, Adiai, Wayap, Kaparu, Wayap, Abadu, Wayap, Ta'ayru, Kayap, Shimka, Yahawah, Yabat, Ayawan,
In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharala may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites of Moab, and the Hagarene, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. To love, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zaher. Yea, all their princes at Sabbath and Jamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as you stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood. As the flames set at the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yeah. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Sorry, it's the turn. Shot it. You see it?
On sign first. Shalom, everybody. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Elatah, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Thank you once again, Tawada, which means thank you in ancient Hebrew for joining us in the Isupk Sabbath service. We are going to pick up where we left off last week, and that's going to be in the book of Genesis, chapter 20. Was it 28? 28 and verse 11. So we're going to do what we do all the time is we're going to start off in the Hebrew, and then we're going to give you the English translation. So we're going to do the ancient Hebrew and give the English translation.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 11 in the Hebrew. Waya Pagai, Bama Kwam, Waya Lak, Sham Kaya, Ba'a, Hasha Mash, Waya Kwak, Ma'a Banaya, Hama Kwam, Waya Sham, Mara'ash Dayawa, Waya Shakak, Bama Kwam, Haha Wa'a, verse 12. Waya Kalam, Wahana, Salam, Matazah, Aratazah, Rara Ashwa, Magayai, Slaki, Magayai, Hashamayam, Slaki, Hashamaya Ma, Wahana, Mala Akaya, Alahayim, Ilayam, Waya Ra the Yam, Bawa, verse 13. Wahana, Yahweh, Natazah, Ila Yawa, Waya Amar, Anya, Yahweh, Allahaya, Abba Raham, Abayak, Wa'a Lahaya, Yatazakak, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Atha, Shakad, Aliyah, Lak, Atana, Walazar, Ike, verse 14. Wahaya, Zaraik, Ka'ipar, Ha'arataza, Wapa Ra Tazak, Yama. Wapat, what? It's like, get tongue twisted sometimes doing these words.
Easy.
Wapa Second. Wapa Ra Tazak. Ya Yama. Wa Kwa Dama. Wa second. What does a partner? Wana ga second. Wana gaba. Wana second. Wana barakwa. Bak. Call. Masha Pakaf. Dama. Wabazar Ike, verse 15. Wahana Anakaya Imak. Washamar second. Washama Raf Yak. Bakal Ashar Dalak. Wahasha Wah second. Wahasha Baf Dayak. La'a second. Al Ha Hadama Haza'af Kaya La'a Ai Za Bak I Ashar Aisha Yafia Af Ashar Debar Daya Lak, verse 16. Wayak second. Wa Yayak Ike second. Taza Yaikwa Mashana the wa Wayamar Akan Yash Yahweh Bama Azar Wa Anakaya La'a Yada Ifya, verse 17. Waya Ra'a Waya Mar Ma Nara'a Hamakwawan Hazar Ayan Za Kaya Bayaf Alahayim Waza Sha'ira Hashamayam.
All right, now we go to the English.
Genesis chapter 28 and verse, what verse was it? Verse 11.
How you started at 12?
12.
Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 11 in the English. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows. And he laid down in that place to sleep.
Hey, and keep in mind, this is stop this. So you have to wait. Are we in the right track? So Isaac, no, he sent Jacob away. So Jacob is beginning his journey. Isaac told Jacob to not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan, right? To go instead to the house of his father of Abraham's, to go to his people and seek a daughter out from among his people. You know what I mean? So Jacob is on his journey to go and find his wife. And he rested for a place. He went out of Beersheba. He went to Haran and used rocks for pillow. to lay down with. Man, keep going.
Verse 12. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it.
So now Christians love to talk about Jacob's ladder.
Right.
Jacob's ladder. You're going to see Jacob's ladder. Listen, Jacob saw this ladder. When he was asleep, he had a vision. He dreamt of a ladder. And on that ladder, he saw the angels ascending and descending. What he saw was them coming down to earth and going back up to report to the Lord the things that they have seen on the earth. You know what I mean? Just like the Isupk is structured, we report to, in Chicago, we report to Captain Marquardt. Captain Marquardt reports to General Hyman, Commander General Yohana, things like that. The angels do the same thing. They have a job to do. They come down, they descend down to the earth, and then they go and report what they see that you do, you think, how you act. All the things on earth get reported back to the Lord by the angels.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 13. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed.
So the Lord just told Jacob, right where you're laying, this is your land.
Right.
I'm going to give it to you and to your children. We are the seeds of Jacob. We are the children of Jacob. That whole Canaan land and the land of Canaan that was never their land. Right. You have to keep in mind, the Lord told Abraham to go to the land that he promised. Who did he promise that land to? Adam. That is the Garden of Eden is our land. We lost it because of Adam and Eve. And then Abraham went to get it back. Abraham went back to it, and Isaac and Jacob, and now they're reclaiming the land that the Lord gave to us originally, and the heathens all settled in that land after Adam was kicked out.
Right.
Keep going, sir.
Verse 14. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
How are all the families of the earth going to be blessed? Now, this doesn't mean God loves everybody. Jesus loves everybody. Everybody's going to be in the kingdom of heaven and all that Christian dogma. You know what I mean? The earth is going to be blessed by us ruling the earth the way that the Lord wants it to rule. That's right. Proper rulership and leadership in order. The whole world will follow the law, statutes, and commandments under our rulership. We will rule the world alongside of our king, and we will police the world for the Lord alongside the angels. And the world will be in complete and total order.
Right.
That's how the nations of the earth are going to be blessed. By being subjected under the children of Israel, who are subject to Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ, who is subject to God. So the Lord will rule the earth through us.
If I could, I just want to add on to the point what you're saying. Saying is so heavy because the Lord is also going to bless Israel to the point based off what the scripture is saying as far as how our seed is going to be that of the dust of the earth. And how is it that our seed can better be as the stars of heaven and as the dust of the earth if we don't have more than one wife?
Right.
There's only so much, only so many numbers that we can be to have as a people if we happen to follow the white man's culture of monogamy. Polygamy is a way of how we can better multiply, just like we did in ancient Egypt. We're doing it again right now in 2024 here in America.
That's right.
So, of course, we fulfilling the prophecy we're reading about right now, to where when God comes back in these last days to gather his elect, and when we're in our wilderness, we're going to multiply even more with the freedom of minds, with the freedom of a mindset of knowing that we no longer oppressed of what we are right now. So for y'all sisters out there that wants to come up with the that wants to come up against black men as far as saying that we didn't support Kamala Harris, when we did the research, it was more black men that voted for Kamala than Trump. We the ones that is out there on the street corners every weekend fighting for our children to be saved. Meanwhile, you want to be the monster to unalive your kids.
Right.
Sarah said out of her own mouth, I pray, she said out of her own mouth, give me children or else I die. Meanwhile, there's tons of women out there that wants to unalive their children. Meanwhile, the Lord's saying that we're supposed to be fruitful, multiply. You go to church every Sunday. Meanwhile, the pastor is not even telling you the truth what you're supposed to know. We're reading about it right here in the Bible.
That's right.
All right.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places where thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I would not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken of thee.
Right. So the Lord said, you know, I'm going to keep you in any place whether I send you. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to leave you until everything that I've said, everything that I've sent you to do, and everything that I say that I said I was going to do is going to get done. You know what I mean? Keep going, sir.
Verse 17. Verse 16. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place. And I knew it not.
He woke up. He woke up like, man, the Lord is here.
Right.
This place right here is a place. He didn't call it a holy ground and holy this, and he said, man, the Lord is in this place. The Spirit of the Lord is here, and I didn't even know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he laid down using rocks as pillows. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And had a vision from the Lord in his sleep. He dreamt of had a dream, and that dream was the Lord was in that dream, and told him everything he needed to know. And he even saw the angels going to report, visiting the earth and going to report to the Lord. You know what I mean? That's heavy.
Right.
It's a heavy dream.
And what's even more heavy, it's like I'm about to say heavy. What's even more heavier is that we have priests and prophets of the Lord today here in America, you know, underneath the oppression which you're living in. Chief High Priest Ariel had a vision from the Lord as well, as far as for receiving the knowledge of the 12 tribe chart. The commandment keepers didn't have that. IUIC didn't have that.
Right.
Sakari didn't have it. Not to put them out on the spot, but it was the Isupk that came out with the 12 tribe chart as far as for where the tribes are scattered across this world that nobody knew but the school.
Right.
You know, even the Bible says that in the last days that your sons shall have dreams and shall have visions. I mean, what we're reading about right now, the prophets of old are back here on the earth today.
That's right.
That's why the Bible says that there's nothing new underneath the sun.
Right. Next verse, sir.
Verse 18 and Jacob 17. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven.
And which is natural. He was just passing through, and he laid down, and the Lord spoke to him in a vision. You know what I mean? And so he woke up after that. He was afraid. And he said, how dreadful is he? Not dreadful like it's a terrible place or anything, but it's the fear, the fact that he laid down. He's like, man, I didn't even know I was in the house of the Lord. You know what I mean?
Right.
He said, the gates of heaven must be right here, because I saw angels descending and ascending, going up and down on this ladder, and the Lord spoke to me. You know what I mean? That shook him to his core.
Right.
So that's how you know when your pastor talking about God spoke to me last night.
Right.
You know what I mean? That your first lady in the church talking about, I had a vision of the Lord.
I had a revelation.
And all that stuff. Trust me, if the Lord came to you in a vision, if the Lord spoke to you in a dream, or you saw an angel, you would be terrified.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how we know that these Christian pastors and these so-called prophetesses in the church are liars. The Lord is not speaking to them directly.
Right.
That's a demon speaking to them, lying to them, or they're making that crap up and lying to you. You know what I mean?
And if I could, what you're saying is so heavy. If you happen to be somebody that's doing research on the Bible as far as who it pertains towards, it actually pertains towards our culture as a people, as Israelites. Don't study the Bible on your own and put your own understanding about it. And if you happen to have a dream or a vision that you do have, make sure you come to the priest in EBK and get it clarified first. The same way that Deborah was also a prophetess as well. She went to Gideon to get it approved first.
Right.
So when you happen to have a vision, or if you happen to have so-called revelation, get it clarified by a priest and prophet first in the UPK.
That's right.
Before you go ahead and go online and make videos and say that I had a vision of a mega church name after my grandmother, or whatever the case. It's all kinds of different stories out there.
All right. Mariah, want to get these next 7?
Book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 12. It's like verse 18 in the Hebrew. Where Shakub, Yaikwa, Babakor, where Kwak, Bun, Ashar, Sub, Marash, Atia what? Where Sub, Atha, Matazaba, where Tazak, Shaman, Rasha, verse 19, where Korah, Shum, Habakwa, Hahawa, Bayath, all, Walum, Lawan, Shum, Yar, Lara Shana, verse 20, Wayadar, Yaikwa, Badar, La Amar, Yahaya, Alahayim, Amadia, Washam Marniya, Banarak, Hazah, Ashar, Anakaya, Hawalak, Wanathan, Laya, Lakam, Laakal, Wabagad, Lalabash, verse 21, Washabatia, Bashalam, all, Bayath, Abaya, Wahaya, Yahweh, Laya, Lahayam, verse 22, Wahaban, Hazah, Ashar, Shematiah, Atazabah, Yahaya, Bayath, Alahayim, Wakal, Ashar, Thathan, Laya, Ishar, Isharanua, Laka, Book of Genesis, chapter 29, and verse 1, Wayasha, Yaikwa, Regalia, Wayalak, Ratazaha, Banaya, Quadam, verse 2, Wayara, Wahana, Bahar, Bashada, Wahana, Sham, Shalasha, Idaria, Tazaan, Rabatazayam, Alya, Kaya, Man, Haba'ar, Hahawa'a, Washakwawa, Haidiyam, Waha Aban, Garala, Al, Paya, Haba'ar.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28, and verse 18 in the English. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil on the top of it. Verse 19. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first.
Right. So it said he named it Bethel. It was called Luz at the first. That's because that's what the heathens had named it. But after receiving that vision from the Lord, he set that stone, the stone that was his pillow, up as an altar, poured oil on it, and renamed it. And that's the proper name that it should be, because that's our land, and what we call it is what it's called. It doesn't matter what a heathen called it.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 20. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if God would be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on. Verse 21. So that I come again to my father's house in peace. Then shall the Lord be my God.
So he said, look, he put a vow. Basically, if the Lord takes care of me on this trip, if I can go do this thing that I'm doing and come back to my father's house in peace, then I know then the Lord shall be my God. You know what I mean?
Right.
And keep in mind, you know what I mean? The Lord is already his God. What he's saying, this is a re-strengthening. He's giving a vow to the Lord. He's revowing, you know what I'm saying? His faith is being strengthened. You know what I mean? Every man has to go on their own, for lack of a better word, spiritual journey to come to the Lord. This is Jacob's journey. The Lord is showing Jacob that he's real. It's one thing to be raised to believe the Lord's real, but it's another thing to actually see the Lord's work firsthand. Right. And that's what Jacob is doing on this trip. Keep on, sir.
Verse 22. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee.
So he said, listen, I'm going to set this stone as God's house. Now, it's not literally God's house, but this is a place of worship. This is a place where the Lord spoke to me. So everything that I get, I'm going to give a 10th to the Most High. Basically, he took that stone there and said, I'm going to come here and pay my tithes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Chapter 29, verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. Verse 2. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep laying by. For out of that well they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth.
So he comes up and he see this well, and the sheep laying there, and there was a big stone on the mouth of the well. Something was blocking the well. You know what I mean? This is where the men of the east watered their flocks at. You know, he's come to a well-used watering hole, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna get the next 3. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29, maybe the next 7, and verse 3 in the Hebrew. So lock it. Witness of power, Shema, call, Hidarak, Rayam, Wagal Lawa, Ha'aban, Ma'ai, Puyah, Haba'ar, Washakawa, Hataza'an, Wahashayabwa, Ha'aban, Puyah, Haba'ar, Lamaquama, it's like it. Lama Kwama. Verse 4. Wayamar, Laham, it's like Laham, Yaikwa, Akaya, Ma'awan, it's like it. Ma'ayan, it's like a Ma'ayak.
No, he was right.
That is a yarn, yeah. Ma'ayan, Atham, Wayamarwa, Makaran, Anakanwa. Verse 5. Wayamar, Laham, Hayadai, Haya, Daitham, Laban, Ban, Makawar, Wayamarwa, Yadai, Nawa. Verse 6. Wayamar, Laham, it's like a Laham, Hashalam, Lawa, Wayamarwa, Shalom, Wahana, Rakal, Bathwa, Ba'a, Ain, Hatazan. Verse 7. Wayamar, Han, Iwad, Hayawam, Gadawal, La'a, I, Haisap, Hamakwana, Hashakwa, Hashakwa, Hatazaan, Walakwa, Ra'ai. Verse 8. Wayamar, La'a, Nawakal, I, Ashar, Yasapa, Sapawa, Call, Hydarayim, Wagal Lawa, Ha'aman, Ma'al, Payah, Haba'ar, Washakwa, Yanwa, Hataza'an. Verse 9. I Wadnawa, Madabar, Imam, Wakal, Ba'a, Ain, Hataza'an, Ashar, La'abaya, Kaya, Ra'ai, Hawa.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29, and verse 3 in the English. And thither were all the flocks gathered, and they rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in his place. Verse 4. And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. Verse 5. And he said unto them, Know ye Laban, the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. Verse 6. And he said unto them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, Rachel his daughter cometh with the sheep.
So while he was there, you know what I mean, he sat there for a while, and he noticed that the men were, you know what I'm saying, tending to the flock. And they put the stone up against the well's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So this is how they controlled the flow of the water. So they could, so the well could, you know what I mean, this is how they produce for their flocks. It didn't just run wild. Like, the white man has you thinking that everything in back in ancient times was just so uncivilized and so out of control, and they didn't have any technology or techniques or in place. Right. You know what I mean? They had a process to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So they're watering the flocks. He came up and asked, Do you know Laban? They said, Yeah, we know him. Is he how is he? Is he doing well? Is he healthy? Is he alive? They say, Yeah, and his daughter Rachel will be here soon to water their flock. As you see, back in the days, the women worked. You know what I mean? The women tended the sheep. The women watered camels. The women took care of the household. Our women actually worked. That was the mark of being a good woman, was being a hard-working woman for your family, not some lazy chick that's gonna lay up in the house all day and think you're supposed to get catered to. Right. That's an American philosophy based off of their disgusting, nasty queens that they had sitting up, getting fat and being nasty. Our women are supposed to work. You are supposed to be a hard-working sister and an asset and a value to your house. So likewise, men, yeah. You know what I mean? Keep going, sir.
Verse 7. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep and go and feed them. Verse 8. And they said, We cannot until all the flocks be gathered together, until they roll the stone from the well's mouth. Then we watered the sheep. So he's like, it's not time, you know, but he's like, it's not time for the cattle and everything. He said, go ahead and water your sheep. You know what I mean? It's almost time to do this other thing. They said, no, we got to wait till everybody's gathered. Then they're going to roll the stone out. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to roll some giant stone out every time somebody bring the sheep up. They all need to be watered together. That conserves the water, and that conserves the men that are rolling the stone. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this: you give all the sheep enough water to be watered, and then you conserve the rest. That way, you're not wasting anything. You know what I mean? So they had a process of how they did it. Let's get these next 7. One more verse. Verse 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. So Rachel kept her father's sheep. You know what I'm saying? She came down with her father's sheep. She's the one that kept them, not his son. She did. This sister put in her brick for her family. She put in their work, and she ain't complaining about it. These sisters used to do that. This was part of their daily routine. Right. You know what I'm saying? They would get up, they would do whatever it is they need to do for the house, and then they would go and tend to the animals, tend to the sheep, do whatever their duty was. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made them worthy wives. All right. Get these next next 7. I keep saying 3. Genesis chapter 29 and verse 10 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya Ka'ashra Ra'ah Ya'ikwa Af Rahal Baf. That's cuts. Recall water. Baf Laban Akia Amawa Wa'af Tana'an Laban Akia, Amawa, Wayagash, Yaikwa, Wayagal, Af, Ha'aban, Ma'al, Paya, Haba Ara, Wayachak, Af, Tazaan, Laban, Afia, Amawa, verse 11. Wayashak, Ya'aiqua, Larakal, Wayaash. It's like a Wayasha'a, Af, Kwalawa, Wayabak, verse 12. Wayagad, Ya'aiqua, Larakal, Kaya, Akia, Abaya, Hawa'a, Wakaya, Ban, Rabakwa, Hawa'a, Wata Rataza, Wata God, La'abaya, verse 13. Wayahaya, Kashamai, Laban, Af, Shammai, Ya'aiqua, Ban, Akathawa, Wayarai, Lakarawa, the Wa, Wayatha Bak, Lawa, Waya Nashqua, Lawa, Wayabaya, Ahawa, Al, Wayathawa, Waya Sapar, La Laban, Af, Kal, Hadabarium, Allah, verse 14. Wayamar, Lawa, Laban, Ak, Aitazamaya, Wa, Basha, Wabasharia, Atha, Wayashab, Imawa, Kadash, Yamayam, verse 15. Wayamar, Laban, Laya Aikwa, Hakaya, Akia, Atha, Wa'ai, Badaf, Naya, Kanam, Hakayada, Laya, Ma, Mashak, Rathak, verse 16. Wa, Lalaban, Shataya, Bana, Waf, Sham, Hagadal, La'a, Washam, Hakwatna, Rakal, verse 17. That was it. Let's get this English. Genesis chapter 29 and verse 10. Verse 10 in the English. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. Verse 11. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. Verse 12. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. and she ran and told her father.
So when he saw Rachel, he jumped up and rolled the rock out the way to feed the water the flocks. And then when he said he kissed her, he didn't grab her like some compassionate kiss. You know what I'm saying? He probably either embraced her or like maybe kissed her on the cheek or something. You know what I mean? He didn't like put his tongue in her mouth. Salaki for being so graphic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're like, see, as soon as he saw her, he kissed her. No, it wasn't like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he was so happy when he saw her. You know what I mean? Because this is what he came to do. He came to get a wife from the house of his mother. You know what I mean? From amongst his people, just like his father did. So he told who he was, and she ran back to the house to tell her father who he was. Let's keep going.
Verse 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things.
So as you see again, it said Laban kissed him. Now, it wasn't no little baby and Lil Wayne type shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. He didn't run up and kiss the man like on his mouth. He embraced him. He gave him the holy embrace. You know what I mean? He greeted him. That's what our greeting was called, the kiss. You know what I mean? But don't mean you actually get up and kiss a brother or kiss on a sister. You greet them properly. Go ahead.
So, like a question about that. Will that be what happened with about when Judas
Judas betrayed Christ? He walked over to him, and how we salute each other. It's like, if I could, sir, he walked over to Christ and did the salute and embraced him. How we do the holy embrace, that's called the holy kiss when we salute each other.
Yes, like, because in the movies they be showing them that he literally kisses them.
Well, as I said, that's the white man's literal. This book is not meant to be understood by white people, by the so-called white man. It's not meant to be understood by heathens. It's meant to be understood by the men of the Lord, who the Lord gave the spirit and understanding of how to break it down. So he walked over to Christ and he said, Shalom, Shalom, Adonai, Yahweh Yashar Barakatah. And he saluted the brother, and that's how he betrayed him, with the salute that we do to each other every single day. All right, keep going.
This is going to be verse 14. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month.
And Laban saw him, and he got the salute and everything. He said, you're surely my flesh and blood. You know what I mean? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 15. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldst thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be?
So Jacob was there, and Jacob didn't come and just lamp around the house. He helped out. And Laban said, man, you are being that you are my brother's son. He's like, you didn't come here to work for me for free and help out for free. He's like, tell me your price. How can I pay you for the work you're doing? Keep going.
And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Verse 17. Leah was like,
so you get the next 7.
So about 10:30 is about that time. Do the prayers and get on out of here.
We do want to get a good amount of scriptures in before we
do that 7.
Yeah.
That's correct. First, book of Genesis, chapter 29.
This is only 10:05. That clock's wrong. Keep going.
29:18, right? Book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 17. It's like
18.
Verse 18. Where Yahah, Yahikwa, Rakal, where Yahmar, Ibadak, Shabbat, Shanayo, Barakal, Bathar, it's like Badak, Hakmatana, verse 19, where Yahmar, Laban, Tawab, Tataya, Atha, Laka, Matataya, Atha, La Yash, Akar, Shabbat, Imadia, verse 20, where Yaibad, Yaikwa, Barakal, Shabbat, Shanayan, where Hayawa, Bayana Yawa, Bayamayam, Akadia, Batawa, Atha, verse 21, where you Amar, Ya'ikwa, All, Laban, Haba, Ah, Ashatia, Kaya, Malawa, Yamaya, Wabawa, Aha, Alya, verse 22, where you Asap, Laban, Ah, Call, Anashia, Hamakowa, where you Aish, Masada, verse 23, where Yahya, Ba'ira, where you Kwak, Ah, La'aha, Batawa, where you Ba, Atha, Alyuwa, where you Ba, Alya, verse 24, where you Than, Laban, Laha, Af, Zalapa, Shapakatwa, Lalaha, Batawa, Shapaka.
24:7. Yeah, that's it. Let's get the English.
It's going to be the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 20 in the English.
18.
Verse 18 in the English. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy youngest daughter.
Now, Leah was tender-eyed. She saw Jacob and she fell in love with the brother. Yeah, tender-eyed is that she gave him that look. But Rachel was the more beautiful one. That's the one that Jacob wanted. You know what I mean? Keep going. And that's not to say that Leah wasn't a good-looking sister. You know what I mean? But Rachel, she was that girl. Keep going.
Verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years. It's like I read that, I believe.
Yeah, go to 19.
Verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Yeah, right. Abide with me. Verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her.
Now you can imagine this brother worked. This must be a bad sister. He worked 7 years to marry her. And Laban said, you know what? That's good. I'd rather give her to you than another man. Because he knows that Jacob is a righteous brother, that he comes from his bloodline and that his family serves the Lord. You know what I mean? And so Laban, and he said that 7 years that Jacob worked only seemed like a couple days. So that's how in love he was with that sister. He couldn't wait. You know what I'm saying? He could wait. He was very patient, and that time flew past for me. So that, you know how you working hard every day, time flies. So that 7 years seemed like a blink of an eye to him.
Right.
Keep going, sir.
Verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her.
Now here's another thing. He didn't say so that we can have some ceremony. He said, give me my wife so that my days are fulfilled. And give me my wife so I can go in unto her. Go in unto her means so that I can lay with her. Right. That's how you marry. Sex is marriage. Give me my wife so that I can sleep with her and we can be married. You know what I mean?
That's a lot. So that means that those 7 years he didn't have no physical contact with her?
No, we don't do that. Sex is marriage. So we don't fool around. You're not touching on her. You're not doing anything. They may have talked. They may, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he got to know the sister. They lived in the same household for 7 years. So he got to see her for 7 years, see her every day, see how she is. I'm sure they had conversations. They laughed or whatever. They lived a normal life. You know what I mean? And that might have been a 7-year courtship. And at the end of it, he courted her for 7 years. He worked and was courting the sister 7 years. And at the end of it, it's time for me to go tell fire.
Right.
That means it's time for me to go. I waited 7 years for this woman. Give her to me so that I can go marry her.
Brothers can barely hang on with the 6-month rule in school.
Right. His brother,
let alone 7 years.
Right. But that go to show you how, number one, how beautiful Rachel was. And number two, we saw from the very beginning of this story, she's a hardworking sister. So as a woman, she is a catch. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going.
This is going to be verse 22. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. Verse 23. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him. and he went in unto her. Verse 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid for an handmaid.
Now Laban was bogus for this one. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Rachel, he gave him Leah. You know what I mean? So the deal was for Rachel. You know what I'm saying? So Laban kind of he reneged on a deal.
Right.
He didn't fulfill what he agreed upon with Jacob. You know what I mean? I'm sure the brother had his reasons. Any man, he want to get both of them girls out the house. You know what I mean? So he can have the house to himself. Because your daughters are your responsibility until they marry to another man, until they marry a man, and then they become that man's property, that man's responsibility. Until then, you own your daughters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So 24 was it, right?
Yeah.
All right, with that.
Management just us.
La Yashala.
A Muslim, which needs to stand, point out the dump, and so face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadesh, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Taba'ah, Ratazai, Hayah, Aisha, Ratazai, Kawak, Hayah, Bashamayim, Medalina, Lakam, you want, Wasalakina, Kabawayana, Wasalakina, Kabawayana, Wala'a, Tabayayana, Bonasai one, a ball, I was shining out, Mayan, Rock, Kaya, the cup, Hamalakwa, Baha'ala, Watapara, Amalami,
Aman, in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
I cocked the pound, the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Babu Kashai, Thundernow, Hakat, Nelpa'ah, Call Makala, we'll call Marawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, Nahaki, Hamati, Hakat, Al-Kawa, Hatama'ala, Nagar Shan, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Wada Aman, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power, power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. The Tadabas Israel, the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baraklanah, Bayashab, Bahabayah, Sapari, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai,
Wadaman, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us, and Israel, and the school, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isari, Ba'ai, Yahweh, Shut. Shema Yah. Ratazah. Ayathan. Lamawat. Regal. Al Yanawan. Shamar. Hanala'at. Yanawan. Wala'at. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazal. Al Yan. Yawamah. Hashemat. La'ah. Yakai. White Rock. Belayala. Yahweh. Yasamar. McCall Rye. Yasamar. Afna Pasha. Yahweh. Yasamar. Taza'at. Baba Wa'at. Ma'ikta. Wa'ai. Awalam.
In the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forward and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayah.
Al Damayah. Lekat.
All Takarash.
All
Tashakwat.
All
Kayahanut.
Wabi.
Yahamut.
Yuman.
Ra'ash.
Ya'ariyamba.
Sawadah. Wayatah. Your eye tells a what? Out tells a Pawanya. Amaru. Lakawa. Monakakidan. Magalia. Bala'at. Yasakar. Sham Yasharal. Awadah. Kaya. Never eye tells a what? Labat. Yakat. Ayah. Yakaratu. Ahoya. Anawan. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'ab. Wahagari. Kabal. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalat. Halashah. Yashabi. Tazawar. Gub Ashawar. Nalawat. Imam. Hayawat. Zerawat. Nabanya. Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadi. Kasaya. Sarah. Kayabi. Banakal. Kwayashawan. Nashamadu. Bayan. Ta'ari. Hayawat. Daman. La'adam. Shayadam. Nadab. Yabu. Kairan. Marcus Abba. Marcus Tazarmanai. Carl Nashikamba. Ashar. Amaru. Nair Rashad. Lana what? Na'awat. Alahayam. Shayadamu. Kagala. Kakwash. Lepanya. Rawakat. Ka'ash. Shaba'ira. Ya'ira. Wakalahab. Dalahat. Hariyam. Khan. Teradap. Wasa'ira. Babasat. Wapat. Dabahalam. Mala'at. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Wayat. Bukwash. Shimka. Yahweh. Yabash. Wayat. Behold. Wayat. Kapar. Wayat. Wayat. Kayat. Shimka. Yahweh. Yabat. Ayawan.
Ratazah. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Yasharallah may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarim, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, to love, do unto them, so to the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zahed. Yea, all their princes as Sabbath, and not Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak,
Yahweh, Yahweh,
as Matah, you want to salute the sisters. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak,
Yahweh,
Yes, Matah, 7 service dismissed.